All right. Good morning, everybody. I Sorry, what's that? Yes, that's better. I hope everybody had a nice party and a good night of sleep. I don't know if you noticed this morning, but it's snowing. So, welcome to spring in Poland. I think the last GA where it snows was GA France 5 years ago. So there you go. We always make history on every 5 years on a GA. Now, to start the day, we're first going to look back to what has happened yesterday. And for that, we have the summary of the day by my lovely deputy speaker, Oscar.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you managed to get on to the plenary safely today because of the weather outside. So let's see what we did today. So in the morning, you chose your speakers, so that we could conduct this amazing GA together. Then we had the to know your binder session, and I hope the paper stack is a bit less confusing now. We learned what the dragonflies did during the past year and saw all the amazing work they have been doing. And then we had the presentation of OBG Zurich. We welcome OBG Zurich among our ranks, and we are very excited about their contribution to International Evening. Then we had the ghost of Emre presenting us the financial statements. And legend says that if you say Emre 3 times in the mirror, you are going to get a new presentation on the financial statements of the Caravel. Then we had a presentation on project regulations, and this is super exciting because we can see the structure moving forward yet again. And then we had a presentation about GA 2018. So please. Then we had the presentation on Best Brands book, and as I understood, there were some concerns about not having VI for our services. So I took the time yesterday to come up with a suggestion. Then we had the department R's, and another cool thing about how Best develops. So 2 years ago on Chania, we only had 6 committees, and now we have 10 departments. So you can see how big an impact GMs have on Best. This was quite a big structural change, actually. Then we had a presentation on health indicators. And then regulation on admission and exclusion. And then we had a presentation on external relations, and this is an actual screenshot of the stream. So I wonder what our NGO partners had in mind when they saw this. Then we had a presentation on the EBAC project, and then Best Career Center. I think we have an opportunity on the website for this girl. And then finally we closed off with being in the board. So let's take a look at the schedule of today. In the morning, we have a membership block where we are going to discuss the situations of Chania and Istanbul Yildiz. And then we're going to have the first round of nominations. Then coffee break. After the break, we're going to have to see the outcomes of the commissions. We're going to discuss a couple of proposals, and then we are going to have Department R commissions. After lunch, we are going to have best thematic years, and we are going to have Department R presentations too. And then we're going to see more NGO proposals as well as external events proposals. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up with more commissions. And then after the second coffee break, we're going to have a presentation about the SAISO and then the budget for the next year. Then we're going to have the Groningen presentation about becoming a baby member, and then a second block of right proposals, LTAB, and then finally we're going to see who is going to run for the board, or at least part of the people. So yesterday we discussed about 3 values which we would like to see during this GA. And we discussed about respect, and I'm very happy to see that during the plenary yesterday, you're all very kind and respectful towards the people in doing the presentations. And even though some of the topics might have been a bit more controversial, you still kept composure. So thank you for that. Then we also discussed about responsibility. And having 250 people be on time and attending session is not a very small feat. So you're all very responsible and attend the plenary on time so that we can keep time. And I am very thankful for that as well. Finally, you had the courage to make more statements and express your opinions in the plenary. And we actually had more statements yesterday than we used to have in some of the previous GMs. So thank you for that as well. And finally, today it's going to be all about helping others. We are going to have to see some local groups who have been through difficult times. There are also some departments who are looking for help in improving BEST even more. And they also have opportunities and they are looking for people to take them on. So for today, try to think about this question. How can my skills and experience benefit others? Do you have any knowledge which you think could be useful in a department? Or do you perhaps have experience with situations similar to the ones being presented today in the plenary? Think about it for during the day, and then we are going to catch up in the evening. Thank you very much.
While we're in the start, we have a few more announcements, or rather the announcement of some new people who have joined us. Can we get microphone carriers to Brussels ULB and training department in the back? Microphone carriers. Brussels ULB first. So Brussels ULB, please stand up. Tell us your name, LBG, and what you think is your favorite thing about having BCD organized in Brussels. Yes, we'll put it on first.
It's working perfect. So my name is Sasha and I'm here with Benjamin. And after many trouble, we finally get here. Happy to be here. And you told me, what was the question? What is good to be BCD in Brussels?
What's your favorite thing about BCD being hosted in Brussels?
Beside the fact to have free meal because we're going to the BCD, I guess there's very nice people and we meet people from everywhere and we have party and there's often the organizer who stay for a longer time and we had a lot of parties with them, so that's good.
Okay, thank you. Before we go to training department, we had bullshit from. Oh, it's cut. You can also do bullshits, by the way. It's also allowed. And Xenia from training department has also arrived. So,
Yeah.
name, international team, and your favorite brand of post-its.
Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm Xenia from training department, the coordinator, and my favorite brand of post-it is for sure Post-it, but I can also do it with the stick it in.
What is your favorite type of flip chart?
The overused poster of the cinemas.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, then we will proceed to the actual content of today. And the first set of blocks are the membership blocks, which I'm sure have been quite highly anticipated. But first, we're going to have an intro on the membership system, why we have these different statuses for LBGs and what their purpose is. And for that, I'd like to invite Florian to the middle.
Does this one work? Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. while Oscar brings up the presentation. So yeah, in this presentation, I will talk a bit about, in general, the membership system of BEST and how new groups advance in the organization and how you go from observer to baby to full. Did I change something? Oh, okay. And we're going to talk about this because your membership matters. This is not working very well. Okay, so in general about the membership system, it's part of our best regulations. The regulations are, even though they to the outside world can be seen as the only thing that we have, it's not the only thing, they don't stand alone. We also have our working methods and the people working with it. And basically the whole membership system of BEST has been developed for several years already. And they are basically different obligations that ensure that um, the that the LBGs fulfill all of their responsibilities and for us to have a healthy organization. In general, there are many different reasons why a membership system is needed, especially in big organizations like BEST. One of them is to ensure stable growth of our organization. So in general, BEST has been growing and expanding ever since the beginning when we were created. And it's important that we do not grow too fast and destabilize the organization. And also it's important that we actually are able to raise the standards of our new groups slowly in order to ease them into the organization and to have them fulfill all the responsibilities that a BEST group should do. Because that doesn't come just from one day to the other. The second reason is that we want to be able to provide proper support to our LBGs. So even though you have a lot of responsibilities and duties as a local BEST group, it also brings some benefits. So in case an LBG is in need of some temporary help, we are actually able to provide it. We'll talk a bit about that later in this presentation. And finally, ever since the beginning of BEST, it was decided that BEST should be a strong organization with strong members. And these strong members in order to actually provide high quality services to our stakeholders. So that's more or less why we have the membership system. And we'll go more into detail how it actually works, how you go from observer to baby and then to full. Whoopsie. Uh, this is freaking me out. Okay, so even though it's not very visible, this is about the observer. So basically, observers are not actually members of BEST yet, but we have taken them into organization so they can learn more about BEST, because how else can they learn? And they are selected by the board. They have an application deadline twice a year, and then it's up to the board to decide who they should take. But it's not until they actually become baby members that they are officially part of the organization. Am I just clicking wrong here? Oh, okay. So in order to become a baby member, they need to run either on their first or second general meeting. Usually it happens on the second general meeting since they became observers. They need to have organized an internal event in order to apply for baby membership. And in general, they need to show an understanding of BEST. They need to show some basic group management skills, that they have some kind of system for how to work with it. And they need to show some sustainability. They don't have to be sustainable yet, fully sustainable, but they need to show some potential sustainability at least. So then once an observer group is accepted as baby, they're officially a member of SoftBest. They can call themselves LBGs. They can also provide these services to our stakeholders, to the universities of their, to the students of their universities. They still don't have any voting rights, and in general, as a baby member, they're supposed to show that they can fulfill all the responsibilities of a full member, and because of that, they need to organize an external event, or sorry, a best course event on education or a final round of feedback in order to become full member. They can run for full membership on the third to fifth general meeting since they became baby. They need to organize a successful event. And in general, they need to show that they're that they have some group management skills, that they are able to be a sustainable full member LBG and fulfill all of the responsibilities that a group must fulfill. So once you're a full member, you're officially, well, you can officially actually vote during the general meetings. You organize events for our external students every year, and you generally need to fulfill all the responsibilities of a full member. There are quite a lot of them. I tried to group them a bit. So in general, a best group should have knowledge about best. It's quite straightforward. You need to know about the identity, about the vision and mission. You need to know about our services. You need to follow our principles. You should not go against them. In general, you should provide the external students with adequate services in all areas. You should try to keep up the image of best. Basically, as an LBG, you're there a representative of our organization, and it's important that we keep a coherent image towards the external world. It's also important that you communicate inside the organization, both with the national board, but also with the other LBGs, and that you take part in decision making, such as we do on this general meeting. And finally, it's also important that every LBG provides like their knowledge in order for the organization in order to improve it. Yes, and then there are also some steps or some membership statuses that will happen when an LBG does not fulfill their responsibilities. So first we have monitoring. So a monitor group, actually it's not an official membership status because a monitor group is still a full member. They still have their voting rights. However, they get appointed a doctor in order to help improve their group. Then we have suspension, which is more or less like monitoring, except that the LPG actually doesn't have voting rights. And it's quite important that we have something in the regulations in order to ensure that the LPGs actually fulfill all of their responsibilities. And in general, when an LPG becomes suspended, they need to show that they can improve, that they, basically when they apply for full membership again, they need to show that they were able to overcome the reasons for suspension. And finally, if nothing of this works, if the support doesn't work and the LBG is not able to improve, they can be excluded. And yeah, that's more or less it, how the different membership statuses that we have in our organization. On this GA, we have quite a lot of presentations from different groups that want to upgrade their membership status. We have two intros actually from observers that are not running. We have Groningen that is running for baby. We have 4 suspension proposals, and we also have 1 LPG that is for full membership. And in order to help you a bit with some of these cases, especially the suspension ones, you should have a membership selection tool in your binders. Usually this is like divided into different categories in order to help make, for you to make an assessment of how well an LPG is doing. So you have like different categories, HR, PR, and so on. However, in order to help you with this, we also provided you with some health indicators of most of the LPGs. In case you're wondering about the different categories, there should be one column with numbers from 1 to 4. Number 4 is all the mandatory responsibilities of a full member. Then the number 3 are the highly recommended health indicators. Number 2 are the recommended ones, and so on. And in the right column, you can see either B if they're doing it or P if they're not doing it. So I encourage you to, when you listen to the presentations, try to fill the membership selection tool. Also take a look at the health indicators. Try to assess how well the LPGs are doing in the different areas, and then try to take a decision about how you feel about their cases. And that's actually it. Any questions?
Thank you, Florian. 1, 2, 3. Any questions about the membership system of BEST? Going once. And going twice. Okay, then we can proceed directly to the suspension proposals themselves. The first LBG will be LBG Chania, and they are currently a full member but are being proposed for suspension. We will first have a short intro from Florian from the board.
Okay, so for this proposal, you can check proposal P20, the proposal to suspend LPG Chania. You can also take a look at the health indicators of the LPG and also the membership selection tool. So in general, in summer 2014, the LPG organized a course that was stamped. In summer 2015, they organized another summer course. However, this one was not stamped due to the LPG having less working hours than the minimum required ones. Instead of 25.5 working hours, they had 25. And in the next summer, they once again had their course not stamped. This time, the reason was that the final examination was not conducted by a professional, and that this was not communicated to the season coordinator. And with this, they have gone 10 seasons without a successful event. And our regulations state that an LBG that doesn't organize a successful best course event on education or final round of EBEC in the previous 8 seasons should be proposed for suspension. So that's why we have this proposal. In general, if the proposal is approved, the LBG Chania is suspended, and they will have to present an action plan to the international board within the next 6 weeks after the General Assembly. There will also be appointed a doctor that will work together with them during the next year in order to help them and support them. In case the proposal is rejected, they stay a full member and should be put under monitoring, which basically means that they also need to provide an action plan within the next 6 weeks, and they're also appointed a doctor that should help them. However, this is also up to the international board to decide if they want to put them under monitoring, so that's something we will discuss afterwards in case the proposal is rejected. And next up, LBG Chania.
LBG Chania, please come to the middle.
Second microphone.
Can we have a second? Okay.
Thank you.
So, good morning, guys. I'm Alex from LBG Chania.
The emphasis.
So, this is gonna be a presentation for suspended. But before we start, I'd like to invite here in the middle every Greek that was in our LBG this year.
Try to keep the microphone slightly further from your mouth. It will help a lot.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. So, let's begin. Okay. Cool. So, let's start from the first year, 2015. Back then, we organized quite a lot of events, like motivational weekends twice. We had our local round of feedback. We had an LEOE. Then we organized the GA Chania 2015. We had our board evaluation and training weekend to evaluate what the board had done. We had also our summer course, which the reason we're not getting stamped. And finally, we had the board summer meeting. So, in numbers, the reason for not getting stamped is the number of working hours in our course. We didn't accomplish the 57% of the recommended hours. In our case, we have 25 than 25.5. And a bit of the background in Greece and also in Chania. We had capital controls in Greece according to the financial crisis, so it wasn't easy. We had to deal with cash flow, so yes. We had a cancellation from the professor during the event, so he canceled 3 hours of the schedule. 28 minus 3, it counts 25. We had some internal communication problems back then, and we had less than 10 organizers.
So let's check a few things about the year of 2016. Some of the events that we actually organized was the motivational weekend, our local round of EBEC, a cultural exchange, our board evaluation and training, a Kicking Energy seminar, the national round of EBEC, the EBEC Greece, and of course our summer course 2016. So, the reasons behind of this season summer course that wasn't actually stamped was that at the final examination the professor wasn't there, and we didn't notify the season coordinator on time. A few things in the background of why this happened. The last day we couldn't find the vice rector, even though we had an appointment at that day. So the professor informed us that he wouldn't be the examination one night before, and we couldn't do anything about it. And in all the mess, our secretary, who was responsible for the academic part, couldn't find the vice rector and actually forgot to inform the season coordinator. A few info was that we had some problems with the CIFs. We also had some problems with the communication the professor before the event, but we made sure that we informed constantly about these problems with the season coordinator.
So let's step into this year. We started our mandate with a brief meeting after 13 years in Chania. Then we continue with the local round of feedback. Then we proceed to the board evaluation training weekend, as always. Also, we had our key energy seminar for the second year in a row. A couple of weeks ago, we had our spring regional meeting. And of course, we have an internal education progress. It's gonna be held in Chania during July. And we also tried to host the Be Known, but LBG, I believe, it's gonna have the joy to host it.
So, in general, what do we have so far? We do have strong food and good raising. Right now, our relations are getting better and better, especially last year and this year with the rectorship. And we had some successful events, if we could say. We do have a lot of new members, especially the last couple of 2 years. Our old members are getting motivated again, especially with the last events, such the RM. And generally, we're aiming and kind of have achieved it so far to be like a big motivated family. To talk with numbers, we actually have 17 active full members right now, 15 inactive full members, 10 baby members, and 8 observers.
So, let's talk about the HR right now in our LBG. Already, we had a recruitment period during December. We gained like 10 members back then. We're planning to do so that in May, in a few days. Also, because we are quite a new LBG, in case of years, we're planning to send also one of our members into trade shop, be proud, excuse me. We're trying to focus on training of our new members in order to gain knowledge to lead our organization. We're trying to promote the international part of BEST because, as we told, we're quite a new LBG right now, and we're trying to use the high impact of the Spring RM in order to be beneficial for our LBG.
So, in general, what are we doing right now, or a couple of 2 years with the university? The rectorate and many professors are invited to our events. This is done so we can achieve like a better relationship with them. We have improved communication with the professors, and we are starting to have a solid recognition of our work. We do have a lot of promotion of our external events by them and the university channels. They promote as well our services and activities. Right now, we have seen that some professors are actually eager to learn a lot more about us and get to know about BEST. Um, so yeah, we're aiming and trying to have a serious and solvent cooperation. And right now, we're trying also to have regular appointments to be in constant communication.
So that was from us. Thank you very much.
So you've seen what the reason behind not getting stamped was. You've seen our ups, our downs, our strong points, and our not that strong points. So is LBG Chania worth being suspended? That's all up to you to decide. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. Before we go to a question round, we will first have some statements from the involved bodies. First from membership department and then from the board. Membership department. Excuse me, only from the board. From Florian.
It works now. Okay, so I would like to make a statement from the board side. So for 2 years now, LBG Chania has been struggling to provide high quality services to our stakeholders. And even though they show sustainability in some areas, they still have the academic part is still a crucial part of our service that we provide. And not being able to do so should not be taken lightly. And therefore, we believe that they should be suspended until they can fix their issues with their university and provide high quality services to our stakeholders again.
Thank you, Florian. And now we will proceed to questions or comments from the plenary. And we have a first one from LBG Delft, and then Ensam in the back.
Merry Christmas. Shafi from LBG Delft. I have a question. You mentioned that you had a less number of organizers, like less than 10. Did you find the reasons why you had less number of organization, or is it because you host a big event like GA and people get tired after that?
Yeah, thank you for your question. It's really nice. Back then, the local board planned to do a lot of events. One of these events was GA Chania, and next up to it was the summer course. After all this, we had a few resources from my financial part, and also we had some organizers that we were really tired, and a lot of older members that helped us. They're going to take some rest, so the weight stepped into the new members, so we face some problems. But right now, we have a lot of new members and also the older members to took their time and they're back again to help us.
Thank you, LBG Delft. Next question will be from Madrid Carlos III, and then we have a question from Thessaloniki.
Hello, this is Laura from Madrid Carlos III. Taking into account that your summer course of 2015 was not stamped, did you thought about asking for a mentor, or did you ask for a mentor? Thank you.
You actually mean for this year, 2016? Actually, no, because the reason for not getting stamped back then it was a bit for more financial reasons and HR. The previous board was improved during his mandate in these specific areas. We didn't have that much, how can I say it, limited resources about economic and, and in matter of people. Actually, both of us were organizers. I was a member of the core team, so that summer course back then it didn't have any problems with any other reasons. So no, we didn't thought back then to apply for a mentor.
Thank you, Madrid Carlos III. Then we have the question from LBG Thessaloniki. Please stand up. Sorry, it's in the mattress.
Thank you. Jason LBG Thessaloniki. I want to make a statement from behalf of the other three Greek LBGs. Actually, LBG Chania is a Greek LBG we admire. the path they've done for so many years is amazing. Other than that, we, from the beginning of this year, as a body from another Regal BG, we have shown an amazing cooperation with them. We have helped them and they have helped us. The having an EOE this year is a very strong point for them. If they have, it will be a successful event, I can assure you for that. And after that, they will have a big, strong point for their university. They will be able to promote it more and they will fix the situation in the university. As Regal BGs, we don't believe that they should be suspended because a month ago, we were in their RM, and they had an amazing situation. They were a big motivated family, and everyone there had a great time. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, LBG Thessaloniki. Just a general reminder, keep the microphones a little further from the mouth. That's the best way so far we found to get the sound quality right. If you talk too close, then it saturates. So if you talk a bit further, it should be fine. Next question, LBG Thessaloniki, Tim Schwara. And then LBG Delft.
Hello, Vali from Timisoara. Can you give us more background into your university relations, like when the problem started and why?
In general, the last couple of years, let's say, starting from the summer course of 15-16, the relationship with the university wasn't that good. We didn't have like major problems, but we started pointing out and seeing problems with communication. We didn't know what the reason for that was for. So yeah, when at the second summer course we also didn't get stamped for the same reason, we realized there was a problem that we needed to act somehow. So in general, the latest 1.5 years, the situation is getting even better. We have some appointments. We're always in communication with the university. They know what our actions are, what our events are. So yeah, I hope that clarifies your question.
And in addition, the main problem was only with one specific person, the vice president, the vice director for the academic affairs. The person resigned, and the new vice rector and also the rector is really eager, and he wants to help us in every possible way. It wasn't a university problem with best. It was just only one person against best in our university, and that doesn't exist right now.
But it was the person that was coming in communication with us. So
Thank you, Team Schwara. Next question from just behind you from Education Involvement Department. Please stand up. And then WG Budapest.
Okay. Hello, Dragana from EduID. As they mentioned in the presentation, this year they were chosen to organize an event on education, and this is a statement, it's not a question. They had firstly a very strong application, and they have been responsible with the cooperation with our coordinator. And I know that they have been in contact with the university and trying to establish some cooperation. And I do hope that this event on education will bring some kind of fruitful developments in university relations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, EduID. Next one from Budapest.
Good morning, Balázs from Budapest. And from health indicators, I saw that your board doesn't have annual reports, which I think could be the issue here. Because if you, like, your board in the previous year knows that your course didn't get stamped, then this is something which, like, with big letter size 72 red letters, you write it into your board motivation or board report that next year you have to, like, be very careful with organizing your course and, like, be really careful with the details, and you, like, should really focus on organizing a course. But otherwise, this is the only problem which I see here, which could be solved easily, and I don't really feel that it could be like a reason for suspension.
Yes, you have
actually, it's not that we're not writing a report. We're doing it in a different way. It is a kind of report. Every 6 months, during the midterm of the mandate of the board, and during the last days of the board, we are doing the evaluation, where we write everything that happened during the past 6 months, and we keep it in our archive, in Drive, and also in paper. So we're kind of knowledge transfer and knowledge management, but we're not doing it with a traditional way of reporting.
Thank you, LBG Budapest. These were all the one fingers we had on the list. We still have a little bit of time, but okay, then it seems it was quite a clear presentation. Thank you, LBG Chania. As Florian said in the start, the point of suspension is not to punish LBGs, it's to signal in the first place when things might be going wrong, and it gives you as a plenary the opportunity to decide whether this is really a problem and whether it warrants extra resources, and that is really the purpose of suspension. Nonetheless, it of course takes bravery to defend your LBG in the middle of the plenary. And is that a two finger from Budapest? Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so reaction, then also find correction for my comment. Yeah, so like this, right? Right? Okay. Okay,
yeah.
like this. Okay. So I didn't think for my comment. I didn't want to say like suspension is like a punishment, but I feel like this problem could be solved easily as if they now know the importance of having board evaluations, this could be solved very easily. Like, and after that they probably know much better that the importance of like board annual reports, which should not consume the like the boards and the organization's resources for having a suspended LBG, I think.
Okay. Thank you for the comments. Keep it in the question rounds next time, though. Thank you. As I was saying, LBG Chania, nonetheless, it takes a lot of bravery to defend yourself and present your situation to the rest of the best. So thank you for that. And when the picture is finished, we will proceed to the next suspension proposal, which is Istanbul Yildiz. But once again, there will first be an intro by Florian from the board.
Is this on? Yes. Okay, for this one you can open proposal P20, the proposal to suspend LG Istanbul Yildiz. You can also open health, or actually they don't actually have health indicators in any case. You can still open the membership selection tool in order to help you out a bit. So, as for LG Istanbul Yildiz, in summer 2014 they organized the course that was stamped. In the next summer, they organized another course. However, this time the CIF was not uploaded on PA on time, and also the CIF was not delivered to the participants, which is why the course was not stamped. In the next year, they organized another summer course, and this time there was an attempted coup d'etat in Turkey one day before the course was supposed to start. So half the participants canceled, and all of the academical activities had to be canceled. And this is also the main reason for why the course was not stamped in the end. So by now they have gone 10 seasons without a successful event, and our regulations basically state that if they haven't organized a successful event in 8 seasons, they should be proposed for suspension. You might remember that they were already proposed for suspension on PM in Warsaw. That time it was for a different reason, for organizing a course basically with less than 50% of the minimum required hours, and this time it's another reason. So yeah, in general, if the proposal is accepted, they would be put on they would be suspended. They would have to come up with an action plan in the next 6 weeks. They would not get the doctor because they already have one, Xenia from LBG Novi Sad. And if the proposal is rejected, they would stay full member, and since they're already in the monitoring, nothing new would happen. And with that, I would like to invite LBG Istanbul Yildiz to the middle.
Wow.
Hello everyone, I'm Mert from LBG Istanbul Yıldız.
I'm Anil from LBG Istanbul Yıldız as well.
First of all, I would like to invite Turkish Mafia and our beloved Dr. Chania to the middle. Quickly, please. So let's start with the general information. Introduction to LBG Istanbul Yıldız. What happened recently in our LBG? Like what are we doing, which events we did, and about summer course we did, and proposal to suspend LBG Istanbul Yıldız. Our story began at the 2008 with the GA'17, and just in a 1 year, we became a full member at the PM Lviv in 2009. And this is the number of our members. We have 30 observers, 38 baby members, 26 full members, 65 alumni, 1 guest, and 4 internationally involved members. And this is a photo from our weekly meeting. You can see the balance. And the local teams, in the FR team, we have 19 people. In the PR team, we have 9, and the HR team, we have 3 people. And this is our current board, as known as a Powerpuff Dudes.
Okay, let's focus on our events. The green ones have we already done. The yellow ones are on the progress. The red one is cancelled. The first one is the Beksim Yıldız. It is short intensive meeting about İBEK Turkey. We are discussing some issues about our national İBEK. The second one is Scarlet. It's New Year event. I'm pretty sure that some of you guys have already experienced it. It lasts 1 week with unofficial days. The third one is IBCD, is Istanbul Best Career Day. We are organizing it with other Istanbul LBGs, and also it's a great chance for us to promote ourselves to the public because it's an external event. The next one is Hashback, it's High School Best Engineering Competition. It is the high school version of our İBEK. We are making it 10 best high school in Istanbul, and we are having a final in our campus. It means like 11 events in one. Also, we will have Hashback final. We will have İBEK local in the beginning of the May. We will organize summer course in the middle of the June. Also, we are making local training plan. We detected our defects with SWOT analysis. We have a coordinator, and also we have a team of it. We are going to solve our problems with some training sessions. Also, we had motivational weekend at autumn, and we're gonna make it on spring also. We were supposed to have identity workshop Istanbul Yıldız, but unfortunately it is cancelled because of less participants has applied for it. This is photo from Beksim Yıldız. This is from our lovely motivational weekend. And also this is from IBCD, Istanbul Best Career Day.
So let's go on with the reason of proposal to suspend LBG Istanbul Yıldız. The reason is we did not organize a successful course, best event on education or final round of İBEK during the previous 10 seasons. And let's talk about our summer courses we did. In the 2014, we did a summer course and we get a red apple. And 1 year after, we made an unsuccessful event. It was not stamped. The reason is the SIPs was not uploaded to PA and not delivered to the participants. The background of this reason is the old boards didn't do their job about to follow up the event, and they didn't give the KT to the new board, and new board didn't know anything about, and they learned at the PM Flanders, and after that, they upload SIF as a sign of respect without any expectation.
After this failure, we wanted to make our best about the course on 2016. We had a mentor. Also, we chose 2 MOs for this summer course, and also we were running for Golden Apple. This is the photo that we were following all the deadlines and everything was going fine. And then what happened? Coup d'etat. I will call it as coup d'etat. Basically, the military wanted to take control of the government, and most of the government and public foundations were closed during this period, and there was no possibility for daily life. Unfortunately, it was just one day before our event, and everything was like uncontrollable. We had to cancel our lectures and also some activities. But unfortunately, some of the participants have already arrived in Istanbul, 9 out of 20. And we just asked them, do you want to continue the course or not? When they say yes, we continued our course with 9 participants, and we earned like nice 9 friends. Also in PM Warsaw, we already proposed for suspension about this course because of violating minimum working hours. The proposal was rejected with 5 votes in favor, 83 against, and 1 blank. After this, we were placed under monitoring. We had a doctor from LBG Novi Sad, Chania. We had a great chance to recover our actual plan, and this is photo from our online meetings.
So thank you for the attention.
Thank you.
Questions,
For questions.
please.
1, 2, 3. First, I think have a statement from membership department. If not, then it will be another statement from the board.
Okay, so Florian from the board. So I would like to make a statement on behalf of the board again. So even though LBG Istanbul Yıldız has not been able to organize a successful event in the past 10 seasons, we still believe that they should not be suspended. The first non-stamping was a one-time incident, and the happenings in last summer was something completely extraordinary and something that they could not be held accountable for, and therefore they did not have a chance to actually prove that they improved. And ever since being Warsaw, they have been working together with the doctor, Chania, and in general, they are doing quite okay right now.
Thank you. Thank you, Florian. Any questions or comments from the plenary? First one from Ensam, all the way in the back. And the next one will be from LBG Stockholm.
Hi, Simon from Ensam. Sorry for my voice. You said in your presentation that the main reason for not giving the CIF to the participants was because the former board did not give enough knowledge. The knowledge transfer was not enough. So I'd like to know what actions did you take to ensure that this would not happen again? And I can particularly relate because this is, I mean, our LBG was suspended for the same reason, so.
Thank you for the questions. In every mistake, we should learn something, and we worked really hard about this issue. We wanted to improve our KT system. We put some roles in core teams, like secretary. They were reporting each action to the LBG, and that's why everyone was aware of what's going on, what they are supposed to make it. So this problem will not happen again, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Ensam. Now LBG Stockholm, and then the design department. Stockholm is cut, so then next question is the design department.
Xenia Design Department. So my question is, what kind of activities did you have when you cut the lectures, when you needed to like avoid this lecture part of the course? What did you do during the course?
What did we do at the course? Can you repeat again?
Could you clarify the kind of activities when you cut the lectures during the military attack?
So what we did do at the course, right? Actually, we try to like continue. We made like in every event in the schedule except lectures. For the lectures, we do like some city tours, like we did something like leisure, right? Just activities like that. Thanks for the question.
Are there any more questions? Statements? Okay. LBG Barcelona.
Hi, Laura from LBG Barcelona. I would like to say that I was a participant of this course, kind of participant. I would like to say that they tried to their best to make every participant comfortable with that situation. It was really hard. And I want to say them that you behave really well, like try to be calm in this kind of situation. So I really hope that every LBG has this in mind, that think about what will happen if this happen in your LBGs. So thank you for making that situation much better as it was. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Barcelona. We have a question from Delft, or statement.
Hi, I'm Shakti from Delft. I just have a question. Like, this can happen to anyone, and it seems like you guys handled it really well. Do you have any specific tips to other LBGs who may face such a problem in the future? Not a coup, but something like this.
Thank you for the question. As you said, it maybe happen in each country, and every LBG can face with this situation. Maybe as a tip, you should like little bit relax about it. Don't overthink. And
Yeah, I think first you should know your country, and you need to relax yourself at first, and then this goes on.
and also you should make sure that all the participants are relaxed about this
I'm
situation.
seeing 3 fingers pop up in the room, so I think it is clear. But I do have excuse me, 2 fingers from Vivaldi on this topic.
Mariniki from Vivaldi. Actually, it's for the question of Delft, how to handle these situations. Firstly, you contact Vivaldi department, as also Yildiz did. The IRA also did, and he contacted us to cancel their course, as well as Istanbul did the same. The second thing you do, in order not to damage the image of BEST, because maybe I'm a bit devil's advocate, but you never know what might happen. What might happen are going around. So it's better to get advice from Vivaldi, and in such case to cancel the course, than just continue having something in such cases. Like exactly Istanbul did it.
Thank you. Also, at that night we had online meeting with board, and they were aware of what's going on.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. As I see there are no more 1 fingers, I think we can leave it here. Many times when courses don't get stamped, it's because of issues that could have been solved. Sometimes the issues could not have been solved. A coup d'etat arguably falls into the second category, so it will depend on the plenary whether you think this is a good reason to suspend LBG Istanbul Yildiz. But what I think we can all admire is that in the face of a really big and unexpected problem, they showed a lot of flexibility and did the best with the opportunities that were still available. So congratulations for that, and thank you for the presentation.
Florian.
All right. Can I get a quick check on the energy level of the plenary? That's pretty high, but some people are not raising their hands, so I think I'm going to take that as a blank of some kind. So, Oscar, can you help us out with that?
Sure. I am going to delegate this to Extra Alexandra. So, Extra Alexandra, can you come to the middle, please? Thank you.
Can we get a microphone? Yes.
If you think that you do not have enough space, then come to the middle, because we will be moving around. Chop, chop, chop, chop, chop, chop, chop. Faster, faster, faster, faster. Everybody that is sitting on the chair, put your hands up. No, put your ass up. I'm sorry. Ass up, ass up, ass up. Łódź. Naples. Or Naples. Okay, so shall we start? Everybody silencium, because the sound is also very important in this game. I'm sure that some of you are already familiar with it. And repeat after me exactly what I'm doing. Thank you.
Yes, oh my god, so amazing. Like, Jesus Christ. Where is Surita?
All right, please take your seats.
Oh my god. Okay, you tell me one by one. Did you also like talk to people and you tell me? I can also say.
When I see somebody, I tell you.
You tell me Stockholm, you do like that to Stockholm, and you go on.
You do like that, or I do?
And you do it.
Okay. Thank you, Extra Ola. I think that was a very successful channeling of Theo Von, if I remember that correctly. It was very nice. As we are running a bit ahead of schedule, this is actually good because overall we have a very busy day. So with your permission, we're actually going to be trying to get as much content also in this first block as we can. Which means that for the next session, we will be going to the PR strategy, project and proposal. And Zurita will be presenting that first. So please come to the middle.
We arrange people to the middle, please.
I give that jump a 6.
This time it's not going to be just a beeper. I'm sorry about that. So this presentation is going to be about the public relations strategy. For this, we are going to be tackling both the report of the project and the work done, as well as the proposal to approve the strategic document. There you have the numbers in case you want to check it in your binders. Okay, so first we'll go through the work done, as said, and then about the strategy and how the proposal is going to be voted. If you put this project inside the whole strategy of BEST, it's under reach European technology students more effectively, as the way we communicate with Europe is crucial in order to have the message of BEST properly transmitted. Therefore, the goal of the board was to have a public relations strategy created and disseminated with BEST, and this project has been handling this. So, strategic project, as said, the board has been overviewing it, and well, let's see what they were doing. So there were two main goals for this project. The first one was to create the document itself, so the PR strategy, and the second one was to adapt it for the LBGs, so that all of you could also take profit out of this. However, in the last month, several problems appeared, and it doesn't look as nice as it could. So what happened? There were three main issues. The first one is that there were many disagreements between the people taking care of the different services on how it should be promoted. For this reason, we needed to spend quite some months talking, retalking, and evaluating over and over again, so that we would be sure that the outcome that we had would not harm our services at any moment. The second problem was with the coordinator. That's the main reason why I'm doing this presentation. At the beginning, there were some time issues, but it was okay. But at some moment, problems in her personal life didn't allow her to properly perform. And for that reason, the board decided to dismiss her, and Domi, the PR coordinator, and me took over the project so that we could assure that there would be outcomes at the end. Also because of this and because of all the delays, part of the team didn't have more availability, so they also left the team, and only the people that still had the time to continue working continued like performing in the team, and well, part of them are now in the mattress. So this means, okay, in that one you can see that the strategic document has been done, even with delays, but the adaptation for RPGs has been impossible for us to handle as we were already having too many delays and too many problems. For that reason, we believe that it was actually better to delay this and to allow the next board to work on it if they consider it's needed, so that the outcome that we have is good enough and we don't rush it in a non-useful document. So let's take a look at the strategy itself.
Thank you, Zuri, for the presentation of the proposal. Now we're going to focus a bit on the actual document itself. Um, oh, it's this side. Okay. So, PR strategy is a document that contains a social media international strategy. You can focus, like it says, it's on social media and international strategy. It's something that goes a bit outside of what was the initial proposal, because with all the delays we had, we started to focus only on social media instead of social and traditional media, because it was our first objective. Then international strategy. Our first objective was to try to implement it to all of the LBG's environments, but due to all the delays, it was actually not possible. So while working on the strategy, a lot of approaches came to our minds. And as you can see, first of all, we thought on one channel, one service. That's basically promoting for each channel one service, like eBack having a Facebook page or something like that. Then one channel, all services, is going like how it is right now, because you have like best org page promoting several services, and cocktail. It's like a mixture of both, like one page presenting two channels and one page presenting one service only. After thinking about and getting some threads on people who were relevant to this project, we thought not that one service, one channel was the best way of promoting this, because it's the way that gets it more closely related to what is presented on BBB as well. You can find the document if you're looking at it right now. We have already
tackled like a services channels matrix in which we see which services are better for each channel and which stakeholders use that network more. What we actually introduced as well in the document is a kind of defined timeline or how we're going to implement these channels over time. This is not a fixed timeline, but you can get the idea on how we're going to implement it and how the channels are going to be introduced in time. Okay, so the work that is going on right now is actually reconstructing those channels, and alongside with IT department we're going to have a public website for each services, because right now we have only BCD, EBAC, and best.org public websites, and we're going to develop for the other services. Yeah, this is a voting procedure is going to be on the last day. Half of the votes to be approved, and it's not going to be approved if BBB is not approved. Thank you all for Lisbon for the sim, for gathering the sim, and everyone who's been on the project and helped us along. So thank you very much. Any questions?
1, 2, 3. First question from LBG Istanbul.
Hi, I'm Hazal from LBG Istanbul. I'm just going to assume that BBB is approved. So this project was much broader when it started, but it was downscaled to social media. So do you think that it should be reopened on the next years and think like broader?
Yeah, one thing that I actually was thinking of mentioning on the stock is like this project was unfortunately downscaled a lot, but it leaves a lot of room for PRD and BEST in general to get it for next year and to improve it, to get an overview on how it can be implemented for LBGs and how it can tackle other kinds of media. So yeah, I think it's a possibility.
I see we have a comment from PRS project as well. Domi wants to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, even though it's not necessary for the next board to decide that it's important enough to continue this in a strategic project manner, it will still be tackled by PR department, and we'll continue working on it. So don't worry about it being lost or forgotten.
Thank you, Domi.
Okay, thank you, Istanbul. Next question from Moscow, and then LBG Lisbon.
Hello, Alexander from LBG Moscow. And my question is, why did you decide to focus on this document only on online and social media channels? And why didn't you decide to include like offline channels as contact with mass media or like any offline promotion guidelines for LBGs?
As it was already said, we had some problems with the coordination of the project, and actually that made us have some delays on what we're going to tackle at the beginning. And at some point in time, we had to choose: are we going to have a good strategic approach on just some on some part of the media, or are we going to have a broad, vague approach on all? We talked and decided we're going only to focus on social media because it's the one that's most used nowadays, and it's the one that best uses the most. And you asked for the guidelines, right? It's something that it can be done in the future, but it was not done because we didn't have time.
Thank you, Lisbon. Next, Moscow, sorry. Next question is from Lisbon, and then LBG Delft.
Hi, I'm Guilherme from Lisbon. Do you think that not having an adaptation for LBGs can negatively affect the strategy as a whole?
So data from the board, not necessarily. So the thing was, if you are trying to change how we are going to work internationally, it will also affect you, as the way that you communicate with us is also going to change. So it's important that your strategies are also aligned. It's not mandatory that we do it. Like all of you, all of your PRs in your boards or in your managements are also able to adapt to this. We were only willing to ease this process, but even without it, it should not negatively affect it, as you're still able to communicate and to help with it. Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisbon. Now Delft, and then FG Gdansk.
Vicente Delft. So, given the problems, I think you had the direction, I think it was correct. However, the PR strategy doesn't cover the whole of PR. Don't you think it would be better, for the sake of clarity, to call it social media strategy, because it's the only thing that is covered in that document? Thank you.
It's a valid point. I didn't actually think about calling it that way, but it would have been a good idea. You're right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Delft. Now FG Gdansk, and then Extra Gabor.
Zuzanna, LBG Gdańsk. Actually, in my LBG, we've noticed that if we have one channel for promoting one service, people don't actually know that all of the services are organized by BEST, by one organization. So I wanted to ask you to elaborate a bit more on the reason of like deciding to approach it this way.
Okay. We also went through that. Actually, at the beginning, we were wondering like maybe it's better to put it everything under the brand of Best. However, as Peixoto said, the strategy is not also based on branding. And in the branding, what we are saying is that each channel should be easily split and recognized. So it's true that it can happen that we lose a bit of the relation with the Best brand. It's a valid point. But this also allows us to explore new ways of using the Best brand. Like what we are trying to do is to give each of the brands enough recognition so that people and stakeholders can recognize it and can use it better. For the Best brand, the idea so far is we can use it as a nexus between everything. So all the services would still be promoted from the Best org pages, so that this relation with our services is not lost. Because it's indeed the biggest weakness of this strategy is that we can lose a bit of this relation, but we are aware of trying to fix it.
Okay, thank you, Gdansk. And Gabor has. We have no more one fingers on the list. That offer is going once. Going twice. And sold to the PR strategy project. So the way we promote our services is hugely important for Best, because if people don't understand our services, it's going to be really hard for them to apply and actually take advantage of them. So it's important to find the right way to communicate this, and judging from the presentation, the way we're going to do this is by yelling loudly, "This is Best!" Thank you, PR strategy. And now we are getting to the final block of this, final session of this block rather. So this flew by very fast. I would like our microphone carriers to briefly stretch, because this part is going to get quite hectic, because we're going to the nominations for the next board, for the 30th board of Best. And what's going to happen now is that, yeah, this is the part you're all waiting for, right? So there are 7 positions in the board, as you can see. We will be going over each of them in turn. So first we will take all the nominations for president, then treasurer, secretary, and so on. And we will be doing it as normal, so you can ask for fingers, only one fingers. I think that's the only possibility. Please, when you nominate someone, state clearly their name and LBG. And I think that should be clear. If everybody's ready, then we will start with nominations for president. First one from LBG Uppsala.
Wait.
Okay, you can go. Sorry, Uppsala.
So, Fergus LBG Uppsala. I nominate Ola from ambassadors and Gustavo from ambassadors.
Okay, thank you. Please only nominate one at a time, but thank you. Now LBG Porto, and after that from the Caravel. Porto has cut. So now please run to the caravel in the back. And then we have Podgorica first.
Hello, I'm Paco from the Caravel, and I would like to nominate João Clemente from the Caravel.
Thank you, Paco. Next one is from Podgorica. And next nomination is from Copenhagen.
Hi, Dennis from Podgorica. I would like to nominate Gabor from Budapest.
Thank you. LBG Copenhagen.
Pablo from LBG Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark. I would like to nominate Sultan's mother, but Sultan from LBG Stockholm.
Thank you. Any more nominations? Margrit Carlos III in the back, and then St. Petersburg.
Hello, Laura from Madrid Carlos III. I would like to nominate Santiago Morales, actual president of my LBG.
Yeah, thank you. Now St. Petersburg, and then Rome Tor Vergata.
Martin St. Petersburg. I will nominate Extra Antonia.
Thank you. Now Rome TV.
Matteo from Rome Tor Vergata, and I would like to nominate Mario Tilita from Rome Tor Vergata.
Thank you. Excuse me. You will have to repeat the name because I think it was not audible.
Mario Tilita.
Okay. Next nomination from LBG Brussels, and then Extra Marcin.
Hi, I'm Peter from LBG Brussels. I would like to nominate Mathieu van den Bergen from Leuven or Ghent or something.
At least it's Flanders, right? Okay, now Extra Marcin, and then LBG Turin.
Hello, Extra Marcin. I would like to nominate Dobromir Alexei from LBG Skopje.
Hello, I'm Marco from Torino. I will candidate as a president of BEST, Batman. If you are between us, please show up. Batman, I repeat, Batman.
I believe that's Batman from Metropolis. Oh, Gotham, yeah, that's right. Oof. 3, 2, 1. Very bad. Okay, next one from LBG Madrid. And then Extra Gabor.
Ricardo from LBG Madrid. I want to nominate Alejandra Burgos, president of BEST Madrid.
Thank you. Now Extra Gabor, and then competitions department.
Extra Gabor, I would like to nominate Pragon from Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark.
Thank you. Now the competitions department, and then LBG Gdansk. Please stand up, competitions.
Andrei Rocha from competitions department. We would like to nominate Elias Salana from MIBAC final to president.
Okay. Now LBG Gdansk, and then Timișoara.
Susanna from LBG Gdańsk. I would like to nominate Marcin from LBG Gliwice.
Now Timișoara, and then Gliwice.
Raul, LBG Timișoara. I would like to nominate Miguel Fernandez from LBG Graz.
Now Gliwice, and then the training department.
Marcin, LBG Gliwice. I want to nominate Krzysztof Czuło from LBG Kraków.
Okay. Now the training department, and then Isparta.
Arnold from training department, and I would like to nominate Fergus from Uppsala.
Okay. Now Isparta.
Hello, Emin, LBG Sparta, not capital of Turkey. I I would like to nominate Turgut LBG Izmir.
Next is Extra Joao Peixoto, and then LBG.
João Peixoto,
Wrong Joao, excuse me. It's on the other side.
stand up. João.
Stand up, and the next one will be LBG Porto.
I'm Extra Peixoto, and I wanted to nominate Chania for president.
Now LBG Porto, and then Lisbon.
Ruben from LBG Porto. I'd like to nominate Superman in the hope of seeing a good rendition of Batman v Superman.
So, Superman is your nomination? Okay, I guess that is from Metropolis. So. Okay, next one is from Lisbon, and then Extra Antonio.
No, Antonia, sorry.
Or is it Antonia? Antonia, excuse me.
Hi, Mariana from Lisbon. I'd like to nominate João Palmeiro from Lisbon.
Okay. Now, Extra Antonia, and then Thessaloniki.
Hi, Extra Antonia. I would like to nominate Martin from St. Petersburg.
Now Thessaloniki, and next one from the Caravel in the back.
Hi, LBG Thessaloniki. I would like to nominate the Stathis from the membership department.
Okay. Caravel has cut, which means the next one will be from Prague, and after that, Krakow.
Hello, Idra, LBG Prague, capital of Czech Republic. I would like to nominate someone from Brno.
Okay, hi, Krzysztof from LBG Krakow. I would like to nominate Asia from Łódź.
Okay. Next one will be Cluj-Napoca, and then Rome Tor Vergata.
Hello, I'm Timi, LBG Cluj-Napoca, and I would like to nominate Wally from LBG Torino.
Now Rome Tor Vergata, and then LBG Krakow.
Hi, I'm Francesco from Rome Tor Vergata, and since this is the season, I would like to nominate Santa Claus as president of BEST.
Fair enough. Now Krakow, and then LBG Łódź. Krakow was cut, so now it's Łódź, and then from the RA team.
Hello, Marcin from LBG Łódź. I'd like to nominate Marcin Podlewski from Gdańsk.
Okay, now from regional advisors, and then from LBG Las Palmas.
Bunny, RA, I would like to nominate Jorge from LBG ISA.
Paloma from Las Palmas. I would like to nominate Héctor Naranjo from Las Palmas.
Now Podgorica, and then Warsaw. Podgorica had a finger, I believe. Can you stand up? Yeah.
Hello, I'm Edwin from Podgorica, and I will nominate Alex Bellos from Patras.
Okay, now Warsaw, and then Prague.
Magda LBG Warsaw, I want to nominate Patrick Lemacher from LBG Wroclaw.
And now Prague.
Vendes, awesome Prague. I would like to nominate Branyo from Bratislava.
In between, I also want to say that, okay, we have a technical. Warsaw, we did not get your name. Can you repeat it? No, the name of the...
Patrick from Wroclaw.
Okay. Yeah, as an aside, this session goes on as long as you want. It's your own time as well. So now Brussels, and then Rome Tor Vergata.
Hi, I'm Peter from LBG Brussels. I would like to nominate Coffee from Wrocław, so maybe he'll show up.
Rome Tor Vergata, and then Podgorica again.
Matteo Rome Tor Vergata. I would like to nominate Patricia from BCC.
Now, right behind you, Podgorica again.
Hi, Dennis from Podgorica. I would like to nominate Hussein Toz, the RA of the cartel, if he can get here eventually.
Okay. So we're going a bit too fast for writing everything down. So keep in mind to clearly say the name. Try to say it slowly as well, because we don't always know exactly who we're talking about. Then next one will be Barcelona. He has a technical as well.
Samuel from LVG Brno. You missed Branislav from Bratislava to write down.
Okay, thank you for catching that. Now,
Hi, Hector from Barcelona, and I would like to nominate Honorio from Barcelona.
okay. Now LBG Gliwice, and then Lyon.
Marcin, LBG Gliwice. I want to nominate Magdalena from LBG Warsaw.
So now Lyon, and then Ika Urfu.
Hello, Céline, LBG Lyon, and I would like to nominate Pablo from LBG Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark.
Just a second. One technical question. Ika Urfu, do you have one finger or two one fingers? Just one. Okay, so now it's Ika Urfu, and then LBG Niche.
Hi, I'm Julia from Ecorfo, and I would like to nominate the internet from GA Wroclaw.
Next is LBG Niche, and then Wroclaw.
Hello, this is Rafinha from LBG Niche, and I'd like to nominate Natasha from Novi Sad.
Sorry, LBG Brno, and then LBG Graz. Okay, Brno has cut or doesn't have a finger, then it will be Graz, and then from the ambassador.
Hello, Miguel from Graz, capital of Austria. We would like to nominate Dalma from LBG Shame, Women Vienna.
Yeah. Next one is ambassador, and then the caravel.
Gustavo, ambassador. I would like to nominate Angelina from Vivaldi.
Okay. Now the caravel, and then niche.
Clemente from the Caravel. I would like to nominate Dimitris Karanassos, or Ace, from Thessaloniki.
I would like to do another short reminder that we have 7 positions in the international board. So yeah, you get my point. LBG Niche, and then Stockholm. Stockholm has cut. Niche has also cut, apparently. So then it will be Corporate Relations Department, and then Riga.
I would like to nominate Dragana Manasova from MedID.
Now Riga, and then Valladolid.
Artis LBG Riga, we nominate Anya from LBG Riga.
So Valladolid, and then Uppsala.
Hi, I'm Carla from Valladolid, capital of Spain. I want to nominate our president, Jose Maria Pinilla, from Valladolid.
Okay. Now Uppsala, and then St. Petersburg.
Fergus from LBG Uppsala. I would like to nominate Gianluca, Arnulf, and Xenia from Training Department.
Okay, now St. Petersburg.
Martin, St. Petersburg. I will nominate Matteo from Torregata.
Wait 1 second.
Okay. Matteo, Rom Tor Vergata.
Fergus, can you repeat Xenia?
Gianluca, and Arnold from training department.
One at a time, I had 16 years.
So it's Gianluca from training and Arnold from training. And now St. Petersburg and then LBG Łódź.
Martin St. Petersburg again. Matteo Rom Tor Vergata.
Okay. LBG Łódź and then Grenoble.
I'd like to nominate Monika Ruszkowska from Wroclaw.
That was not audible. Please do it again.
Monika Ruszkowska from Wrocław.
Okay. Now LBG Grenoble and then Bratislava. Grenoble has cuts. If you are cutting, please show your sign and the fingers in front of it. I can't see your fingers from this far away. So now Bratislava has also cuts. Now Delft. And then Brasov.
Vicente from Delft, I would like to nominate the walk from LVG Langen.
Okay, you. Can you repeat that? Ah, okay. The walk. And now LBG Brasov.
Silvio from LBG Brasov. I would like to nominate Casanova from LBG Brasov.
All right, and now the last nomination for president from Extra Mateusz.
Okay, Extra Mateusz, I would like to nominate Zuzana from LVG Gdańsk.
Okay, so we took for president about, how many are that, 50 names? Okay, so this took about 20 minutes. Again, there are 7 board positions that we still have to go over. Yeah, whenever you want to go for coffee break, it will be after this nominations round, so please keep that in mind. We will proceed with nominations for treasurer first. Yeah. So let's do first from Gdansk, and then Extra Dragos behind it.
Zuzanna from Gdańsk. I would like to nominate Marcin from LBG Gdańsk.
Okay. Now Extra Dragos, and then Athens.
Extra Dragos, I want to nominate March from Grants Department.
Now Athens, and then the corporate relations department behind it.
Lucia, LBG Athens, I would like to nominate Christina from Thessaloniki.
Now the corporate relations department.
I would like to nominate Patka from Krakow.
Then the competitions department behind you.
I would like to nominate Natasha from CRD.
And then once again CRD, and then to Prague.
I would like to nominate Virginia Umpalumpa from Athens.
Okay. Now Prague, and then Rome Tor Vergata.
Vendis, LBG Ossenprague. I would like to nominate Fredos from LBG Ossenprague. Franciszek, I'm sorry. Franciszek, Ossenprague.
Okay. Now Rome Tor Vergata, and then LBG Gdańsk.
Matteo Rom Tor Vergata, I would like to nominate Gianluca Extra.
Excuse me, it was not Gdansk, it was Grants, so it will be here, and that is cut, and then it will be LBG Lisbon. And then Novi Sad.
Hi, Guilherme from Lisbon. I'd like to nominate Littlefinger.
Okay, now Novi Sad, and then Krakow.
Natasha from LBG Novi Sad. I would like to nominate Nikola LBG Niš.
So Krakow has cut, so it will be Cluj-Napoca, and then Grenoble.
Timmy from Cluj-Napoca. I would like to nominate Gustavo from LBG Armada.
Now LBG Grenoble, and then Krakow.
Hello, Gwendal from LBG Grenoble, and I would like to nominate Jean-Paul from LBG Polytechnique.
Krakow also cut the other finger, so it's Madrid, and then the Caravel.
Hello, Alejandro from LBG Madrid. I would like to nominate Xavier, delegate from Valencia.
Okay. The Caravel first, and then it will be LBG Grenoble.
Hello, Clemente from the Caravel. I would like to nominate the ghost of Emre Yazilikaya from the Caravel.
Grenoble has cut, which means we will go to Brussels, and then Eka Urfu.
Hi, I'm Peter from LBG Brussels. I would like to nominate Adrien Merlet from LBG Lyon.
Now Eka Urfu, and then LBG Timișoara.
Hi, my name is Nastya. I'm from Urfu, and I would like to nominate Vanya Vargek, guest member of each LBG here, but he's from Zagreb, I hope. So Vanya Vargek from Zagreb.
That was not clear for the minute takers? What was the name? Do that again.
Vanya Vargek. Co-organizer.
Okay. Then Timișoara and CRD.
Vali from Timișoara. I would like to nominate Naya Hanti from General Electric.
Now CRD, and then competitions department.
Anna Maria from CRD, and I would like to nominate Timmy from Cluj-Napoca.
Now the competitions department, and then Krakow.
Okay, I would like to nominate Erasmus from Rotterdam.
Krakow, Uppsala.
Okay, I had one finger. You can cut all of them. I hit it once, okay?
Yeah, excuse me. So, LBG Uppsala, then Prague.
Fergus from LBG Uppsala. I would like to nominate Anna Maria from CRD.
Now Prague, then Madrid Carlos III.
Either LBG Prague. I would like to nominate Gabor from Budapest.
Madrid Carlos III.
Hi, Laura from Madrid Carlos III. I would like to nominate Claudia from Carliños.
And now Madrid, right next to us. Yes, cut. Again, show your sign and fingers when you're cutting, otherwise we cannot keep up. Training has cut. The competitions department had a finger, has also cut. Now we have Podgorica and BCD.
Edwin from Podgorica. I would like to nominate all Greek LBGs.
All Greek LBGs.
I would like to nominate all Greek LBGs.
Okay, now we have BCD.
Hello, Dobra BCD. I would like to nominate Martin Boxas from LBG St. Petersburg.
Okay, now the IT department, and then Delft.
Morning, IT department. We would like to nominate best credit card from Naya's purse.
Now Delft, and then Grants.
Morning, Shakti from Delft. We would like to nominate Sharat from Delft.
Okay. Now grants, and the final nomination today will be RA team.
Xenia from Grants Department. I would like to nominate LBG Torino.
And finally, RA.
Bonnie RA. I would like to nominate Michael from LBG Bonding.
Okay, thank you very much. Those were two of the positions of the executive board. Both microphone carriers, you can both take a little breath before we go on. Secretary, and I will start taking fingers now. One from Bratislava, one from Uppsala.
Hi, Branislav from Bratislava. I would like to nominate Katerina from LBG Bratislava.
Uppsala and then RA.
Fergus from LBG Uppsala. I would like to nominate Dragos from Brasov.
Now RA and then extra Gabor.
Bonnie RA. I would like to nominate Tom from LBG 11.
Extra Gabor and then LBG Porto.
Extra Gabor, I would like to nominate the Lord of the Rainbows, Andrei Rocha, for Communication Department.
Ruben from LBG Porto. I'd like to nominate Antonio from Almada.
Okay. Please wait with the nomination until I say the name. That's to make sure the minutes can keep up. So Porto was done. Now it is Stockholm and then Prague.
Hi, Chava from Stockholm, capital of Scandinavia. I'd like to nominate Natalie from Patras.
Okay. Now Chania.
Alex from Chania. I'd like to nominate Lucia from Athens.
To check if we have everyone, I will just read the fingers that are still on the list. We have one from Podgorica, Coimbra, Almada, Gothenburg, CD, Łódź, Uppsala, Rome TV, Vivaldi Department, EduID, Caravel, and BCC.
Okay, wait. Raise, high.
Can you hold your sign correctly? Thank you. Okay, we will first proceed. So now Podgorica and then Coimbra.
Hi, Dennis from Podgorica, capital of Serbia. I would like to nominate Denise from the Dragonflies.
Now Coimbra and then Haskats, then Almada, and then Gothenburg.
Hello, Vasco from Almada. I want to nominate Carolina from Almada.
Now Gothenburg, then Łódź.
Eric, LBG Gothenburg. I'd like to nominate Filippa from Lund.
Was that okay? Repeat that name because it was not clear.
Filippa.
Now Łódź and then Uppsala again.
Maciej from Łódź. I nominate Adam Krupa from Kraków.
Uppsala, then Rome TV.
Fergus from LBG Uppsala. I would like to nominate Arnulf Moshammer from Training Department.
Okay. Rome TV, then Vivaldi Department behind them.
Matteo from Tor Vergata. I would like to nominate Gianluca Extra.
Pass the microphone to Vivaldi Department.
Mariniki from Vivaldi. I would like to nominate Veronica from LBG Chisinau.
We have a technical from CRD. It's Adam from Krakow. Okay. I think we still had EduID. Oh, the cuts. So then it is Caravel and then Copenhagen. Caravel in the back. Please stand up.
I'm Paco from the Caravel, and I would like to nominate Pavel Schulz from the Caravel.
Okay, now Copenhagen.
Hi, Jakob. Copenhagen, your favorite capital of Denmark. I'd like to nominate Basil from LBG Stockholm.
Pass the microphone to training department behind them. And then Rome TV.
Xenia from training. I would like to nominate Tarvo from Tallinn.
Rome TV has cut, so it will be Novi Sad.
Natasha, LBG Novi Sad. I would like to nominate Strahinja, LBG Niš.
Next one is from LBG Niš, and then Porto.
Hi, this is Chania from LBG Niš, capital of Yugoslavia. I'd like to nominate Nino from Maribor.
Porto, and then Coimbra.
Ruben from Porto. I'd like to nominate Palmeiro from Lisbon.
Okay. Coimbra.
Fialho from Coimbra, and I'd like to nominate Tini from LBG Cluj-Napoca.
Okay, it was not clear.
Timmy.
Okay, and the final one from Turin.
Hi, Marco from Torino. I would like to candidate Sortino from Torino.
Okay, we have a technical from Belgrade.
For Strahinja, there's an N missing in Nice, between the I and the J.
Okay, we will also check all the spelling after the session, so that will be fine. And we had one more finger from Podgorica.
I am Edwin from Podgorica, and I would like to nominate Beli Preletačević from Serbia.
What?
I think it was not understandable.
I would like to nominate Beli Preletačević from Serbia.
Okay, thank you.
No, it is Beli.
Okay, on the break, come and we correct it.
Yes, we will correct spellings and all that stuff in the break.
Okay.
FYI, it is now 11, and the break was supposed to start now, but we're going to finish the nominations for the other 4 positions first. Now we will start with the VP round, and the first VP is, I believe, Human Resources. And we start with Nancy and then BCD.
Hello, Brian from LBG Nancy. We would like to nominate Cyrine from LBG Lyon.
Pass the microphone to BCD behind them, and then the Rome TV.
Dobre BCD, I would like to nominate Marcin Podlewski, LBG Gdansk.
Rome TV.
Matteo Rome TV. I would like to candidate Gianluca Extra.
Pass the microphone to PR department behind them, and then Extra Joao Pijotto.
Hello, Jurajta from PRD. I nominate Sara from Aveiro.
Pass the microphone to Joao Pijotto.
Extra Peixoto, and I would like to nominate Tommy from LBG Maribor.
Design department has cut, which means we go to Torino and then Moscow.
Hi, I'm Mirko from Torino, and I want to candidate Petra from Torino.
Now Moscow.
Hello, I would like to nominate Natalia from Patras.
To again read the fingers that we have right now on the list. We'll just finish writing them down. So it is Turin, Moscow we just did, Ensam, Lisbon, Caravel, Gdansk, Extra Lazar, Training Department, Brussels, Aalborg, Patras, Podgorica, Training, Timișoara, Łódź, and Rome. So okay. As we have about 20 left, LBGs, can the first row delegates show if it's okay if we stop taking fingers for this position? Show yes if you would like us to stop taking fingers, no if you want to continue. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you would see at least a mix of opinions, so we will continue for a while. First Ensam, and then Lisbon.
Hello, Simon from Ensam, and I would like to nominate Bonnie from LBG Porto.
Next one is Lisbon, and then the Caravel.
Hi, I'd like to nominate Antonio Guterres from the UN.
I think that was not clear.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Antonio Guterres from the UN.
Okay, now Caravel and then Dansk.
I would like to nominate Orfea from the Caravel.
Dansk. Gdansk and then Extra Lazar.
Marta, LBG Gdańsk. I would like to nominate Chania from St. Petersburg.
Extra Lazar, stand up.
Extra Lazar, I would like to propose Narcisa from LBG Brasov.
Pass the microphone to training department there, right beside you. Then Aalborg.
Arnold from training department, and I would like to nominate Fergus from Uppsala.
Aalborg.
Dennis from Aalborg, the only LPG in Denmark, and I would like to nominate Ingrid from Denmark, because she should totally do that.
Was that clear? Okay. One other thing. If you hear me announce your name, please stand up so that the microphone carriers can identify you. Next ones will be Patras and Podgorica.
Hello, Alex from LBG Patras, and I would like to nominate Edwin from Podgorica. Edwin.
Now Podgorica, beside them, and then training department.
Dennis from Podgorica, I would like to nominate the Cantus from last night.
Training department, and then Timișoara.
Xenia from training department. I would like to nominate Arnulf from training department.
Timișoara, then Łódź.
Raul from LBG Timișoara, I would like to nominate Hugh Hefner from LBG Playboy.
Łódź, Rome.
Maciej from LBG Łódź, I'd like to nominate Marta from Gdańsk.
Now Rome, and then Aalborg.
I'm Mauricio from Rome, and I want to candidate Serena from Rome.
Aalborg, stand up please. Can you stand up on time? Oh, we still had a finger from you, excuse me. Then Madrid, Carlos III, and then Rome, Torregata.
Hello, I would like to nominate Maliki from Athens.
Rome, Torregata, and then Bucharest.
Hi, I'm Francesco from Rome Torregata. I would like to nominate Son Goku, Planet Earth, from the position of HR.
And finally, Bucharest.
Hi, Serena from Bucharest. Let's not forget about Melissa.
Melissa from Dragonflies. Okay, that is it for the VP HR. Now we will move on to the VP for projects. first one from Edu ID.
Hello. I would like to nominate Dominic Ivanchan from LBG Maribor.
Then Graz, and then Istanbul.
Hello, Miguel from Graz. We would like to nominate Nico from Helsinki if he's awake.
Istanbul, and then Extra Dragos behind them.
Hi, Hazal from Istanbul, and I would like to nominate Ekin from Istanbul.
Training department also had a finger. And then Thessaloniki.
Again, Xenia from training department. Again, Arnulf from LBG Graz.
Thessaloniki, then Coimbra.
Thessaloniki, I would like to nominate Georgia Vandalona from Thessaloniki.
Coimbra, and then Cluj right beside it.
Fialho from Coimbra, I would like to nominate Francesca Zake from LBG Rome.
We do like this, take it down. When we do like this, take it down.
Yeah, clarification, because we are apparently having some double fingers. When you see a sign from the board table putting a thumbs up to, please put you down, otherwise we might take you twice. So I think Coimbra still had to go, and then Cluj-Napoca. Oh, he just did. Then Cluj-Napoca, and then the RA team.
Timmy from Cluj-Napoca, and I would like to nominate Adri from LBG Madrid Carlos Trestero.
The RA team, and then Caravel in the back.
Bonnie Array, I would like to nominate Gloria from LBG Porto.
Caravel, and then Podgorica.
Clemente from the Caravel. I would like to nominate Paco or Orfeas from the Caravel.
Edwin from Podgorica. I would like to nominate Ognjen from Belgrade.
The name was not clear.
Ognjen from Belgrade. Ogi.
Okay, thank you. Now LBG Stockholm, and then EduID.
Hello, Basil from LBG Erasmus, capital Scandinavia. I would like to nominate Dudu from LBG Stupid.
EduID, and then the design department.
Chania from EduID. I nominate Nicolena from Lacid/Athens.
Design department. And
Natalia
then
from the design department. I nominate Antonio Ribeiro from Almada.
Valladolid, and then IT department.
Carla from Valladolid. I want to nominate Alejandro from Madrid.
The IT department, and then Extra Raxmi.
Dino from IT. I'd like to nominate Davor from Vienna.
Extra Raxmi, a bit further behind you, and then to Uppsala.
Hello, Extra Raxmi, and I nominate Elias from Madrid Carlos Tesero for VPP. Thank you.
Uppsala, and then Helsinki.
Fergus, LBG Uppsala. I would like to nominate Gianluca from training department.
Now Helsinki, and then Extra Gabor.
Okay, from Helsinki, I would like to nominate Jopi from Tampere.
Extra Gabor.
Extra Gabor, I would like to nominate Balázs from Budapest.
And those were all the fingers we had, I believe. We have one more finger from training departments, and then one more from Uppsala, and then that will be all for today, for this position.
Xenia from training department. I would like to nominate best education platform from strategic projects.
And Uppsala.
Fergus from Uppsala. I would like to nominate Xenia from training department.
Okay, thank you everybody. Microphone carriers, you can do your final stretching as we move on to the final two positions for today. You can take water for a second, I think that's a good idea. Can we have a short hand of applause for our microphone carriers so far? they will now know that running for GM also means getting a workout. So, VP Services. Nominations are open, and we have fingers from Gdansk and Coimbra.
Zuzanna from Gdańsk. I would like to nominate Antonio Ribeiro from LBG Almada.
Now Coimbra and then Rome TV.
Fialho from Coimbra, and I'd like to nominate João Palmeiro from LBG Lisbon.
Rome TV and then Uppsala.
Matteo Rome TV, I would like to candidate Gianluca Extra.
Now Uppsala and then Stockholm.
Fergus from Uppsala. I would like to nominate Narcisa from competition.
Stockholm and then EduID.
Hi, I'm Csaba from Stockholm, capital of Scandinavia, and I'd like to nominate Gabor from Budapest.
EduID, then Prague.
Chania from EduID. I nominate Domi from Maribor.
A Prague cut, so then it is, I think, Riga, and then the Caravel in the back.
Hey, Jans from Riga. I nominate Ivaras from Kaunas.
Now the Caravel.
Hello, I'm Paco from the Caravel, and I would like to nominate Mariana Silva from Lisbon. No, from Aveiro.
I think one of the names was not understood. I believe that was from Riga. Can we get a microphone back to Riga?
I nominate Ivaras from Kaunas.
Once again.
Ivaras. Ivaras. Ivaras.
Come here on the break.
Let's hope this is close enough. Okay, fingers still on the list. Brno, Athens, Extra Lazar, Extra João Palmeiro, Uppsala, Extra Ola, Training Department, Competitions Department, and Graz. So I hope we didn't miss any fingers there. First Brno, then Athens.
I would like to nominate ITR from Prague. No, ITR. JITR.
Okay. Athens.
Luki LBG Athens, I would like to nominate Alexandros from Patras.
And now Extra Lazar and then Extra João Palmeiro.
Extra Lazar, I would like to nominate Rocha from Lisbon.
Okay. Extra João Palmeiro and then Uppsala.
Extra João, I want to nominate Guilherme Cardos from Lisbon.
Uppsala and then Extra Ola all the way in the back.
Fergus from Uppsala. I would like to nominate Elias from Madrid Carlos III.
Extra Ola, I would like to nominate Georgia Pantalona from LBG Thessaloniki.
Next is the training department, and right beside them, the competitions department.
Arnold from trainings department, and I would like not to forget to nominate Zurita from the Dragonflies.
Pass the microphone to competitions, and then Graz.
In the rehearsal competitions department, we would like to nominate Galina Androzova from Moscow.
Now Graz and then Zagreb.
Stefan from LBG Graz, capital of Austria. I want to nominate Celina from OBG Cheese.
Please. Celina from Cheese, I believe. Okay. Zagreb and then Ensam.
I'm Tihana from LBG Zagreb, and I would like to nominate Chania from EduID or Maribor.
Okay. Ensam and then IT.
Simon from Ensam, and I would like to nominate Maxim from LBG Leuven.
Dino, IT. I'd like to nominate Mariana from Vienna.
Just a second. Uppsala next. And then Podgorica.
Fabulous from Uppsala, and for services, I would like to nominate Christian Ray from 50 Shades.
Podgorica and then Moscow.
Okay, Dennis from Podgorica. I would like to nominate Angelina from Vivaldi.
Then final one from Moscow.
Hello, I would like to nominate Mariniki from Vivaldi.
Okay, awesome. So that is 3 executive board is done and 3 VPs, which means only VP LGS is left. I hope everybody's ready. Oh my god. Okay, let's start with Porto and Podgorica.
Ruben from LBG Porto. I'd like to nominate Bonnie from Porto.
Next, Podgorica and then Rome.
Edwin from Podgorica. I would like to nominate Billy Chico from Belgrade.
Rome and then Extra Carolina.
Maurizio from Rome, and I would like to candidate Joao Fioal from Coimbra.
Okay, just a moment. We have a technical.
Podgorica had 2 1-fingers.
Okay, we will put another finger on the list. Next is Extra Carolina.
Extra Carolina.
Oh, sorry. And then Edu ID.
Extra Carolina, I would like to nominate Inês Cruz from Almada.
Edu ID and then Turin.
Dragana from EduID. I would like to nominate Ola from What's Your Problem?
Turin and then Wroclaw.
Marco from Torino. I would like to candidate Pope Francis from Rome.
A moment. Wroclaw has cut. Zagreb still had a finger.
Tihana Zagreb. I would like to nominate Vitka from LBG Lisbon.
Zagreb Almada.
Finance officer cut. So we have Almada and then RA team.
Vasco from Almada. I'll nominate Palmeira from Lisbon.
RA team over there. And then Brussels.
Bonnie RA, I would like to nominate Florian from Region 12.
Okay, Brussels. And then Chania.
Hello, Peter from LBG Brussels. I would like to nominate the flag of Louvain-la-Neuve.
Chania and then Cluj-Napoca.
Alex from Chania. I'd like to nominate Mariniki from Athens.
Cluj-Napoca and then Podgorica.
Timi from Cluj-Napoca. I would like to nominate Maxim from LBG Leuven.
Now Podgorica.
Dennis from Podgorica. I would like to nominate the microphone carriers.
Okay, I will read all the fingers on the list so you have an idea of, well, what to do. We have Extra Gabor, Cluj-Napoca, Extra Gianluca, Training Department, Delft, Eka Urfu, Ensta, another from Training, Grenoble, Caravel, Izmir, Ljubljana, Łódź, Ensam, Lund, Lviv, Messina, Niš, Patras, Porto, Membership Department, Vivaldi, PR Department, Rome TV, Uppsala, Budapest, RA Team, Cluj-Napoca, CRD, Prague, and Uppsala. So, I would like a coffee at some point, so we will finish these fingers. If there has been enough bullshit in this round, consider cutting your fingers as well. We go to Extra Gabor cut. Cluj-Napoca has cut. Okay, then no, Cluj-Napoca still goes, and then training department.
Hello, Hora from Cluj-Napoca, capital city of Copenhagen. I'm gonna nominate Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark.
Training department, then Delft.
Arnold from training department, and I would like to nominate Neva from Ljubljana.
Delft, then Ensta.
Shakti from Delft. I would like to nominate Vicente from Delft.
Now Ensta, then training department again.
Corey from Ensta would like to nominate the Imbuto from Ensta Paritech.
Training right behind them, and then Caravel in the back.
Xenia from training department. I would like to nominate Ksenia Smirnova from parachutes.
Caravel, then Izmir.
Comment from the Caravel, I would like to nominate Pedro Aniceto from Lisbon.
Izmir is right beside you, and then Wuch.
Hi, Semiha from Izmir. I would like to nominate Hussein Tost from the cartel.
Wuch, then Lund.
Maciej from LBG Łódź. I nominate Joanna from LBG Łódź.
Okay.
Philippa from Lund, and I would like to nominate Pablo from Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark.
I believe that was already Pablo. Okay. Lviv right next to you, and then Niš. Lviv, you had a finger? Please stand up when you hear your LBG's name.
Marta LBG Lviv. I want to nominate Raxmi, extra Raxmi.
Niš, and then Porto.
Hi, this is Chania from Niš. I'd like to nominate Wi-Fi from the internet, so it might finally support us.
Porto, and then membership.
Juan from Porto. I'd like to nominate Bacalhau from Lyon.
Can you repeat that?
Bacalhau from Lyon. Bacalhau.
Then membership department, and then Rome TV. Excuse me, it's
Membership, stand up.
membership, please stand up, department. So membership and then Rome TV.
Maxime from membership department. I nominate Tom Eelbolle from Leuven.
Rome TV, then Uppsala.
Francesco, Rome TV. I would like to nominate Ilaria from Rome.
Uppsala, then Budapest. Excuse me, there was the previous one was not understandable, so that was from Rome TV, I believe.
Ilaria from Rome. Ilaria.
Okay. Uppsala, go ahead.
Fergus from Uppsala. I would like to nominate Gianluca from training.
Budapest and then Cluj next to you.
Balázs from Budapest, and I would like to nominate Dalma from Vienna.
CRD and Cluj first and then CRD. Cluj has cut, so CRD, and then Prague.
I would like to nominate Denis from Podgorica.
Prague and then Uppsala again.
Wendy from LBG Awesome Prague. I'd like to nominate Tino from Brno.
Who from Brno?
Zeno.
Uppsala and then Riga.
Fergus from Uppsala. Arnold from training department.
Riga and then Las Palmas.
Hi, Jans from Riga. I nominate Elena from Riga.
Repeat. Paloma from Las Palmas. I nominate
Elena.
Repeat.
Again? Me? Okay.
Repeat
Paloma
again.
from Las Palmas.
Las Palmas, wait.
No. Okay, sorry.
Riga.
Riga, repeat.
Elena.
From?
Riga.
From Riga, okay. So Las Palmas and then the final finger from Vivaldi department.
Paloma from Las Palmas. I nominate Kartik from Tampere.
Vivaldi department.
I nominate status from membership.
And one more from Porto.
I nominate Ruben from Porto. I nominate Patricia Pierce from Porto.
All right. So that was fun. We went through all the 7 board positions. I guess we will count them after, but I believe that's about 150 names. I'd like another huge round of applause for the microphone carriers, please. Anyone who wants to correct a spelling error that you noticed, please come to the board table during coffee break and we will try to correct that. Now, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. The coffee break has not started. Please take your seats again. Now, we will first still have announcements from Oscar, if you have any.
Announcements. So first of all, Mark from Budapest, please stand up. Yes? There's no Mark from Budapest here. Okay, so it's your birthday, so happy birthday to you. Then I've got an interesting message. So Aalborg is the capital of Denmark. Copenhagen belongs to Sweden since Lund, 25th birthday. I suggest you guys figure it out during the coffee break, because I heard some other statements as well. Okay. Then Elias has a very important announcement. So microphone to Elias from EBEC, please.
Thank you, microphone carrier. Okay, so I didn't know that I have an announcement, but apparently some CRB people was quite disappointed by my behavior yesterday, not calling them to the mattress. So EBEC FR people, sorry about it, I apologize, and I don't know, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elias. Then an announcement from Naya about LBG debts.
Thank you from the board. As you know, some of you did not make any kind of bank transaction because of LPG debts. Therefore, you're obliged to pay them in cash. Christina, please stand up. The finance officer, Christina, is going to collect all your LPG debts. There is a flip chart with all the LPGs that are actually own money and they have not paid till now. So you can also cross-check the amounts that you're owing and give the exact amount to Christina there. In case there is any kind of problem about the summer season, 16, please also approach Vivaldi coordinator Angelina in case there will be any kind of problem. Thank you very much, and I hope I will not ping you a lot during this day.
Thank you, Naya. An announcement from Natasha. People that are presenting the outcomes from the commission should give them to Natasha in the beginning of the coffee break. Otherwise, you will not have them in the presentation. And then you are going to get cute gifts of puppies and babies instead. So please do deliver the presentations on time. Then we have received a request from the plenary for the organizers to provide more coffee. I'm going to forward this to organizers and then hopefully something can be done in this regard. And then LBG11 to the board table in the coffee break to secretary. Mash and extra Mateusz to the board table. All people who order Matrix t-shirt bring money to Avi ASAP. Both zloty and euros are accepted. Dragana to the board table in the coffee break for Denise. And Natalia from design department, extra Mateusz, extra Sergio to the board table in the beginning of the coffee break. And these were the announcements. Back to you, Mathieu.
I also have one important announcement. Right now we had the nominations rounds. In the evening we will have confirmations. Everybody who nominated a specific person is responsible for contacting that person and checking if he confirms, postpones, or rejects the nomination. So that will be your responsibility tonight to tell us what the update is. We will not allow other than those three answers. Coffee break will be until 11:50 because we went over time in this session, and nominations was, I think, fun enough to count at least as some kind of coffee break. So see you back at 11:50. I never knew that this was going to be like one of the bottlenecks for structure.
Okay, wait a minute. Is all this?
I arrived.